Well, bar chords. They are the biggest nightmare of all beginner guitarists. It was even my nightmare at one point. Very difficult to learn as a beginner. Feels almost impossible to play as a beginner. How can people even put one finger and press all the 6 strings? I can barely press one string with one finger, leave 6 strings on one finger. These were the techniques that helped me and many of my students to learn these bar chords within a month. Still, it's going to take you some time, okay? I'm going to be very realistic about this. Bar chords will take you some time to get used to. There are techniques that will help, there is practice that will make it quicker, but still it's going to take some time to come to you. You have to be regular about it and you need to keep pressing forward in that direction. Only then you will be able to play these chords over some time. Welcome back to day 3 of 7 days, 7 skills guitar challenge. So how exactly do we master these bar chords? Well, a simple answer comes from the bar itself. So when we are trying to play the bar, most beginners, they will try to grab it with this end of the finger, the soft part of the finger that is present in the front area. Well, that is where it goes wrong. You are supposed to grab the bar chord from the side of your finger. Okay, if you just touch your finger like this, you will feel that there's a lot more bone over here on the side of your finger than the front of the finger that has a lot more flesh on it, right? So you put your finger on sideways. How exactly does that happen now? Well, the secret to that is actually in your elbow. So although it might feel a little uncomfortable doing this, when you put your elbow inside, you see automatically when I put an elbow in, my hand turns this way, right? You will notice this with your hand as well. This is just very natural. And once it is turned this way, automatically it's in the right position where the finger is on its side. If you put your elbow out, turning it in becomes very difficult. Once you put your elbow in, turning it becomes a lot more easy. That is the first step that you should do. Put your elbow inside, and that's exactly what is written behind me as well. So step 1 is tuck in your elbow. Once you are done tucking in your elbow, what's the next biggest tip that can help you master these bar chords? Well, it is lowering your thumb. So you see, when we are trying to play these bar chords, while playing some open chords, our thumb is somewhere over here on the guitar, right? Where it is on the upper half of the neck. Some people even like to put it even higher, right? Well, for bar chords, since you have to stretch out your finger in front, that is only possible when your thumb is going to actually come down, okay? So it needs to be in the bottom half of the guitar neck. Don't try to have it very low either. Don't try to have it above the center of the neck either. So it should be somewhere between the center and the low area. So somewhere over here is a good place to hold your thumb. And you will notice when you do that, your fingers feel a lot more powerful while gripping onto the bar chord. If your thumb is up here and you're trying to grip the bar chord, it's going to feel a lot more weird. So second tip is placing the thumb at the right place. Once you have done that, the last tip, which is written on the board, is moving your fingers forward. What do I mean by that? Let me just demonstrate. So for example, we have this bar chord, right, which is the A major chord, which is basically the E major bar on the 5th fret, like this. So move your fingers as close to the 5th fret as possible. So your bar should be as close to the 5th fret as possible. This is wrong. It should be over here, as close to the fret as possible. Even the other fingers, they need to be as close to the fret as possible. It is very common as a beginner that it feels very, very difficult for you to push your fingers in the right place. But when you're trying to practice and master them, you should focus on your technique rather than playing it and getting the sound outright. Just spend your time doing the hold, press and relax technique, which I have linked in the first day of the 7-day series that we are doing. 7 days, 7 skills. Day 1, hold, press and relax, mastering chords. So use that technique, which I think I'll link over somewhere up top over here. So spend time doing the hold, press and relax on this bar chord. Another great tip is starting higher on the neck. Many people, they try to learn the F major bar chord in the first go, which is possible, but it makes it harder for you. First, try to play the A major bar chord, which is over here. Take it back to G major, Over time, take it back to F major. The closer it is to this, the closer it is to the nut, the more difficult it is to actually play them. Same thing with the A minor bars as well. Start off on the D minor bar, which is over here, then take it back over time. Even the A major bars as well. Start over on the D major chord, take it back to C, to the A sharp major, and then to the A. That is how it will work. Another great tip while trying to get rid of the buzz and trying to reduce finger pain and pressure that you are putting on the guitar fretboard is pressing down only on the places where the bar is actually being put on. So for example, when you're playing this A major bar, you notice the bar is only on the top string and the bottom two strings, right? The other three strings are held by these fingers, right? So we just try to put more force on this area and more force on this area. That is how you can avoid putting too much force. You can even curve your fingers slightly like this, you notice. So we are only touching down mostly on this area, on the bottom and on the top. In the middle it's kind of lifted itself. So because you only need to press down on those areas where it actually matters. Do that. I shall make another video in which I will explain all the theoretical aspects of bar chords, how they work, how does an E major become an F major and becomes a G major, how does all of that work. But this was more of a technique perspective into how you should master those chords. So try to learn this and let me know in the comment section if it works, if it doesn't work, what else you would like to see. Share with other guitarist friends and subscribe Guitar Shala's YouTube channel. I'll see you all in the next one. Until then, bye bye.